For more than 60 years, televised presidential debates have provided us with extraordinary, decisive moments, which often changed the tenor of the race.
The candidates need no introduction.
September 1960, in the very first televised presidential debate, Richard Nixon, who was ill, was visibly sweating compared to his cool and youthful opponent, John F. Kennedy.
When the two were viewed side by side, and then you asked yourself, whose finger would you like to be on the nuclear button? It became clear you didn't want the sweaty guy from California.
In 1984, Ronald Reagan, then 73 years old, used humor to deftly deflect concerns about his age in a debate with Walter Mondale.
I am not going to exploit for political purposes my opponent's youth and inexperience.
The effect was magical and politically devastating for Walter Mondale.
Most of those defining moments came with no warning or calculation.
A bad moment in a debate can hurt you significantly more than a good moment can help you.
In the vice presidential debate in 1988, Dan Quayle characterized himself as a Republican version of a young John Kennedy, which teed up his opponent Lloyd Bentsen perfectly.
Senator, I served with Jack Kennedy. I knew Jack Kennedy. Jack Kennedy was a friend of mine. Senator, you're no Jack Kennedy.
That election season, Benson's running mate, Michael Dukakis, in his debate with George H.W. Bush, was asked a fateful question referencing his wife by CNN's Bernard Shaw.
Governor, if Kitty Dukakis were raped and murdered, would you favor an irrevocable death penalty for the killer?
No, I don't, Bernard, and I think you know that I've opposed the death penalty during all of my life.
It was terrible. This was his opportunity to show humanity, and instead, he made himself look like more of a humorless, emotionless robot than he had seen before.
There were the wordless missteps, the body language gaffes. 1992, George H.W. Bush looking out of touch by glancing at his watch when an audience member spoke about the lagging economy. 2000, Al Gore audibly sighs. And in another debate that year, Gore gets a little too close to George W. Bush on stage.
Any little tick or habit that a candidate may have is something that voters could seize on, and it could change the way they view the candidate.
Now, if there are colorful moments like all of those in the debates that are coming up, analyst Laura Barron-Lopez says she doesn't believe they're going to be as impactful as those past moments were, because she says so many Americans this year have already decided who they're going to vote for, and those moments, no matter how sensational they may be, simply are not going to move the needle as much.